Hey everybody, welcome back to Google Classroom. This is Module 3. So let's take a look at what you're going to learn in this module. So today is going to be focusing all on creating an assignment. So selecting students, creating due dates, and creating a topic within an assignment, as well as adding and creating items into that assignment, and finally scheduling. So let's get into it. So we are going to go to our classes in Google Classroom, the one that we've been working in, and click on the headline. Now we are going to go to Classwork, and today we are going to be creating an assignment. All right, so there are plenty of choices in here. The first thing that we want to do, since this is something that students are going to need to turn in, is we're going to title it and we're going to use our emoji. Now I'm going to choose a symbol that is going to grab their attention, like an exclamation point. So I went to symbols up here and I scroll down to find my exclamation point. Now I'm going to use all caps to title this. Let's say they're going to do this on Tuesday. Now I'm going to put some instructions here to let them know kind of what I want them to do. But before I do that, I'm going to come over all the way to the right and I'm going to click on all students. Now, hopefully I have some students in here that I can check their names. So I would uncheck all students and only check on the student that I want. Okay. I'm not going to worry about points or grading right now, but I am going to set a due date to 2 weeks from today. So if today is the 13th, and I'm going to go ahead and say the 27th. Time is optional. I'm not going to worry about time. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a topic for this to go into because I don't want it to go into any of these. So I'm going to say topic and create topic, and it's going to bring up this right here. So once again, I'm going to go to my Joy Pixels, click animals, and I've already used the dog, I've already used the cat. You guessed it, it's time for Mr. Mouse, and he should be waiting for me right here. Yes, he is. So I'm going to say week of, what's the next week? Let's say July 27th through the 31st. Perfect. Now that is waiting for me right there. I'm not going to go into rubrics right now because it's going to take a little bit of time and I don't think that we're ready for this right yet. So after you've done all of this, you can go to your instructions and add in what you want them to do. So if this is math practice, I am probably going to want them to watch some sort of a video. Maybe it's my own YouTube video, but let's just pretend like it's not. I'm going to go to YouTube like we've been doing, and I am going to search for a third grade multiplication video. Okay, something short. Perfect. 4 minutes. Actually, I like this one right here because it has some clear numbers. And it says for second and third grade, and it's just flashcards. Awesome. Okay. Actually, no, I like this one here because I think it will have them have tons of fun, and it's 4 minutes versus the 8 minutes. So I'm going to add that. And again, you want to vet these videos before you search for them. So if you already knew the URL to your own video, you would paste that here, put that in here, and then the students could watch you, right? Okay, so back to where I was. Third multiplication. And I'm going to click this first video right here and click add. All right, so there's the video. Now, what do I want them to do with this? Do I just want them to turn it in and watch it and that's it? No, I want to create a Google Doc for them to actually put some answers in. So most people would say, oh, I want to create a Google Doc. Let me go to my drive and create it and then drop it in here. We're not doing that. We are going to go to create and we are going to do it right from here. So doc, and it's going to create it for you. And this is going to be housed in your Google Drive, Google Classroom folder. So you don't have to go to your Drive because Google is doing all of this for you in the back end, okay? So in the title document, it is going to take that title and it is going to attach the kid's name to it on the end, okay? So I'm going to want this to look organized for myself. So I'm going to use another Bitmoji. I'm going to use that same exclamation point. Delete that out. I want it on the other side, and I'm going to say math practice Tuesday, day 7/14. So I have the date, okay? So then what's going to happen is that when the kids do this and turn it in, it'll put a dash and then it'll put their name after it. So it's very easy for me at a glance to see what this is. Okay. Now I'm going to change the fonts. Let me make this a little bigger so you guys can see what I'm doing. I want to change the font to this to Lexend Deca. If you don't have this font, you can go to more fonts and search for it. But this is Google's dyslexic friendly font. I'm going to make it nice and big and bold so students can see it. Now I'm going to say practice problems under each problem. Okay. So this is such an easy font for students to read on the screen, especially if I make it nice and big like this. So I might say 3 multiplied by 5 equals blank, the blank under here. And I'm going to scroll down and then I might say 5 times, let's say 3 equals blank. Let's have them practice both of those so they can see that those answers are the same. All right. Now, I don't need to save this. I don't need to put it anywhere because Google already organized it for me. It's already sitting in my Miss Navarra's class. And if I go back, it's already sitting in my Google Classroom folder, which is awesome. So I don't need to save it. Okay, so I'm just going to X out. Now, here is the important thing. I know that the title's not showing up, but it will. You don't want the students to just view it because then they won't be able to do anything with it, okay? This is best if you want students to have something to look at, but not necessarily to mess with or touch. If you want all of your students, or if you're assigning it to a group to be able to work in it, then you would say students can edit the file, and that way your small group can actually work in that file, right? That's best for maybe 2 or 3 kids. What I want is for every student to get their own copy. So I'm going to choose the third option, make a copy for each student. Now, this can get a little glitchy. I'm not going to lie to you. If you have a large class and you do this, make sure to sign into the account as a student using their Osborne email so that you can see if you truly reached every student, because this will get glitchy. If that happens, just delete out the assignment and try again, because Google Classroom, because so many people are using it, it will get glitchy. So I'm just warning that to you right now. Okay. So we added something using the add function. And if you'll notice, there's a lot of options here, right? You could add something from your drive. You can add a website. You can add a file like a PDF from your own desktop, or you can add YouTube videos. Create. You've got everything that Google Apps for Education has to offer. You can create a doc, a slide, a sheet, a drawing, and a form. It's all right there for you, okay? So the last thing that I'm going to show you how to do is to schedule a post. This is how you work smarter, not harder. This is how you can be more organized, is by reusing posts that you've already set up, changing a few things out, and then scheduling them ahead of time. So let's say I want this to go live 3 days from today. So today is actually the 13th, so 1, 2, 3. And let's say I wanted to go out right at 8 a.m. Maybe I'm not going to wake up at 8 a.m., but this assignment will be live at 8 a.m. And then I'm going to say schedule. Okay, so here is the topic, and here is its grayed out, and you'll notice that it says scheduled for July 16th at 8 a.m. If you need to edit it, if you need to change it, you can definitely do that here. This topic, students cannot see because this is not live. Once this assignment goes live, then the topic also goes live. So for right now, you're the only one that can see that. Okay? So that is assignments in a nutshell. I highly encourage you to play around with adding and creating within assignments. Practice using your emojis. Definitely download or put this extension into your Chrome bar and have fun. All right, so all that's left is for you to do your performance task. So go into our EdTech PD Google Classroom, create your assignment, and I will see you for the very last video very soon. Thank you all.